Is it right to withhold information from someone who could die without it? Is it right to eat crackers without cheese whiz? Is it right for someone to work so hard for something and then lose it all at once? The answer to all those questions is no, absolutely not. Please strongly consider getting a prescription for certain medications as a last-ditch effort rather than the first thing you do. I was on prescription medications for a long time, and they really messed up my life. But now, I don't take them anymore, and I'm pretty fine. I think I'm fine. But what's normal? Okay. So, certain medications have been proven to be beneficial in a short-term sense, but have also been proven to leave nasty side effects on the body, and they can do some really serious damage in the long run. Despite this, we run to the doctor and ask for medications as soon as we realize we are struggling with something. There are many ways we can do something different. We can be empowered by someone or something, or if you believe in God, to walk free from everything. And if you're wanting a more physical way to do it, I mean, exercise has been proven to be awesome. Like, there are people that have had like leukemia or something, and they had this philosophy that says, the strong survive, stamp out the weak. So they like killed that part of themselves that had leukemia, and they eventually got cured of leukemia. So it worked. It sounds kind of brutal, but it worked. And we can even combine the two. I mean, there's some places where they have like a spiritual form of karate. They teach you how to fight your enemies, whether it be inside your head or wherever else. And if somebody that has schizophrenia, if they're taking medication and they don't want to just do that, they could take that. They actually take those voices out. Like, you know, they whoop them voices and tell them to get on out of here. With that being said, we can't ignore the negative health effects of psychological disorders, and more importantly, we cannot ignore the negative effect of what we do to fix that. Well, I'll just give an example. Some people smoke cigarettes, and I'm not saying it's a bad or good thing, but, you know, scientific evidence shows otherwise. So nobody vapes now, but some people do that to help with, like, stress symptoms or depression, and it helps them. But there's a term in psychology called taking in the new self and getting rid of the old self, or in other terminologies, putting off the old man and putting on the new. This is probably the best bet for psychological disorders, is just like getting rid of it, starting over. Yeah. So, with that being said, Abilify, a certain medication, has been proven to cause diabetes.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, in a long-term run. And a couple of psychologists would agree with that. One is Sandra Sheengord. She has many patients, and she thinks that people are just better without antipsychotics. She's one of those people that are like, oh, that new medicine's coming out. I'm so excited. And then she started thinking about it and was like, are these really doing my patients good? So she started looking. Some have diabetes and they sleep all the time. I mean, is that really improved life? Does the quality of life improve there? And also, Lee Winterman talks about antidepressants and stuff, and she's like, well, if it's just making stuff worse, how is it an antidepressant? You might as well just add more weight. Go drink heavily every night. Might as well. It'll destroy your liver the same way, and you'll have fun doing the other. Okay. But in any way, it all comes to how we treat ourselves and how we treat other people. Because a lot of stuff like mental issues goes there. How we view ourselves, how we view other people. If we see ourselves as doomed to fail, horrible, whatever else, more than likely we're going to see other people the same way. We're going to hold other people to that same standard. Mm-hmm. So, for example, if someone is getting off of medication and there's somebody else that's on medication and they really need it, and I don't have a good view of myself, I'll see that person just get off your medication. And then they'd get off of it, and who knows what happens. Because maybe they were on that for a serious reason. If we see ourselves as worthless and horrible and not good for anything, just trash, scum of the earth, all that stuff, just not good for anything, all kinds of derogatory stuff, we're more than likely going to see somebody else like that or call somebody like that, because that's already circling around in our brain, laying eggs everywhere. And then when an egg hatches, we have a bunch of dirty chickens. It's pecking at people with their words and everything. However, if we see ourselves well and know who we really are, then we're going to see people like a lot different from that. We're going to see them as who they really are. And we'll more than likely treat them better. And all of that's like healing in itself.
That's right.
But if we see us as capable, we'll see them as capable. If we're empowered to overcome stuff, we could see the potential in others. However, on this note, I would like to say I don't think anybody's perfect. I'm not saying that people should break their necks trying to get there, but and I'm not saying that we don't need medication for certain things. I mean, opiate drugs have been shown to help people going through surgery. Laughing gas helps people get their wisdom teeth taken out.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how I would have gotten my wisdom teeth taken out without opiates and laughing gas. I would have been horrible.
Yeah.
But what I am saying is it is possible to live without, medication, because if it's possible, we should. And if it comes down to it, one of the studies, Sandra talks about she recommends patients take it down a dose and eventually get off of it, and they're talking about a space of 5 or 10 years, and I'm just like, with that being said, I'm very thankful that I haven't taken that for 10 years, because I don't know what I'd look like. Because I remember being tired all the time, had drool coming out my mouth, couldn't focus at school. It was not good. No. So I mean, just that you can, I guess people can see why I come from this perspective instead of take your drugs.
Right.
You know what I mean? But I guess the main question is, and this is where I'm going to wrap up, because I'm getting close to what I have to say. There's not too much left to say. Do you think it's fair to be empowered or to be trampled? Okay. And it's possible to walk away from medications, and I choose to do so. Thank you very much. Do you have any questions?
It'd be interesting to do a study on environmental stressors in relation to the opiate crisis. Just as far as, your environment, that has a lot to do with your stressors.
Because
so another point would be removing the environmental stressor.
They might not want to do drugs.
That's right.
So thank you for being my audience. I honor you. Thank you so much.
I enjoyed it.